Oh, what's your soul saying? Oh.
Hello guys, I hope you're okay and you're well. Thank you for joining me today for this Divine Masculine reading. Today I'm going to ask the question, what wisdom and guidance are the Divine Masculines going to be receiving today? I thought that'd be a very interesting question to ask. Because I'm asking that question, I'm going to be using the Wisdom of the Oracle deck to do this reading, and then I'll use Divine Masculine Messages of Love from Liz Harrison for the communication after I've done the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. So I'm going to start shuffling. Like I said, I hope you guys are well and you're coping with whatever situation you're in. Things are really intense and changing very quickly. A lot is going on with the Divine Masculines. Even if you can't see it, always remember that a lot is happening. And you'll be able to feel that within yourself anyway, so because you're one soul. So I hope you're well and you're okay. If you are new, welcome to my channel, Aligning with My Soul. My name is Zoe. Thank you so much to all of you for reaching out to me, spending time doing comments, sharing your stories, your journey, sharing your love, encouragement, and giving me the strength to do my channel, just supporting me on my journey and my channel. It really does mean the world to me, so thank you. If you would like a private reading as well for a clearer message for your personal, unique twin flame journey, just email me. It's in the description box down below and I can do that for you. I do have Instagram and TikTok as well, so go and join me on those as well, guys. My readings are timeless, so it doesn't matter when you've clicked on this video. If the message resonates and you feel connected to me, it means it's for you. And I use the labels Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, because that's how I channel. Just put into your situation how it resonates to you. Please don't be offended. I do realise it's just energy. And it's for people, my channel is for people that are in some kind of challenge or separation with their twin flame. And when I say separation, I mean preparation. The word is preparation, because you're both preparing to come back together as one. You're never separate because you're one soul. You're just not with a physical person. So, right, I hope that does comfort you, because it comforts me. Right, what is the wisdom and the guidance the Divine Masculines are going to be receiving today? Nice clear message, please. I did ask for God's blessing and guidance before I did this reading, and Archangel Gabriel is with me, supporting me to communicate this message to you clearly today. Archangel Gabriel is about communication. Let's see what's going to come out. What wisdom and guidance are the Divine Masculines going to be receiving today? Nice clear message, please. Observer. Treasure Island. Fork in the road. How amazing is that, guys? So this is going to be a good reading. So the Divine Masculines are receiving guidance. You know, they are getting this guidance to observe, to be aware of everything that's going on around them. They're having this guidance to be alert of everything that's happening, how they're feeling, what they're experiencing, because we know that they are conscious and they are aware, because they have this deeper understanding of this journey now. They know that this is a deep soul relationship they have with you. They know it's part of their purpose. So they've been encouraged to observe everything that they're doing today, everything they're doing, and observe, you know, being able to see the signs and synchronicities. They've been guided and given the wisdom to do this. So that's really amazing, isn't it? So they've been very alert today. They've had the guidance and the wisdom, and the things that they are going to be observing are going to help them in this situation with you. This is what the guidance they're getting today, so that's really good. And let's have a look. It's 49. Where are we? 83. Let's see what it says in the guidebook to see if I've got that right. Okay, the essential meaning is perspective, objectivity, neutral observation from a distance. Yeah, so they're observing and being so open-minded. It's about they're being given this guidance to like have changed their perception. You know, they're really observing and watching their thoughts. They're really looking at everything about themselves and everything outside of themselves as well. They're just being so alert because they have had so much download of information and wisdom and guidance recently, and they really are putting this into action. So the wisdom and guidance they are receiving today is about observing how important it is to observe how they're feeling and to manage how they're feeling and to control the ego and their higher self. So they're observing. The oracle message is most people see the world through a personal lens. They closely identify with their feelings and experiences, so much so that they come to believe that these are only reality. There are times when you need to distance in order to gain perspective and understand your circumstances from a more neutral vantage point. Now is one of those times in your life. This is a perfect moment for you to begin to do so. Do some exploring. Instead of only considering yourself, consider what you need to understand about the conditions, people, cultures and environment you're engaged with now. You'll be so happy you did. Illumination is the miracle you seek and you will indeed find. Yeah. So they're not only, like I said, they're not only observing how they're feeling and what's going on within them, managing their thoughts. They're really studying and observing everything around them as well, other people, other situations, and being guided and getting the wisdom to look at things differently, to be open. And we know that divine masculines are starting to do this, that they are so open to receiving information, guidance and receiving love. They're just, because they're feeling so much better, because they found that light within them, they're managing to do this more, they're doing this. So today this is a really intense day for the divine masculines, because they're really putting this into practice about considering other people, how the other people are feeling, and changing their view on things, because this is such a big part for the divine masculines, to change the way they see things, and that you don't have to be a certain way, you don't have to have everything, you know, divine feminines, you've been doing this as well, where you don't have to have everything perfect before you can enjoy yourself or have nice things, or, you know, I've got to do this before I can have this experience. They're learning to actually, you know, look at things differently and consider other people, how other people are feeling, and changing. Yeah, they're stepping out of their comfort zone of thinking that things have to be a certain way, like freeing themselves from that. So they're observing everything in their life today. They're getting downloads of information and the wisdom to be able to do this today, to observe, to put themselves in other people's situation, to be considerate, to let go of old beliefs, old programming, yeah, just looking at things differently. So that's really amazing, isn't it? And the relationship messages. Sometimes you just can't see the forest for the trees in your way. Feelings can get all jumbled up, and often you hear one thing when a person says another. It can be like an echo of an unresolved past experience dubbed over your conversation. Take time out before you react. It's likely the other person has no idea how his or her words have affected you. Take a few steps back and lend understanding to the situation. Have faith in your connection and trust that you can come together. Take to higher ground now and cultivate curiosity about what you observe in yourself, in others, and in the landscape. You will find things much improved sooner than you know. Yeah, they're observing everything about themselves. They're just observing everything, and they're looking at things differently. They're looking through the eyes of love. They're looking at things, they're open-minded. They're open to look at things differently. They're observing, and this is the wisdom and guidance they're receiving to be able to do this. They're in this energy today to be able to do this, to be open to this wisdom. And this is what God, the angels, are helping the divine masculines with today. Really, really getting in tune with themselves, observing themselves. And everything I've been saying recently in the readings, they're actually putting into practice. And this is so important for the divine masculines at the moment, to really observe. So just to have this different perception and to trust. Yeah, so they're just, yeah, this is quite intense for the divine masculines today, and this question is quite deep as well. So they're observing themselves and everything outside of themselves. They're looking at the, signs and synchronicities, how they're feeling, looking at their situation differently, looking at their dreams differently, just observing things differently through fresh eyes. We know that they have this vision, and they really are getting wisdom and information about this today, and how for them to cope with this as well, because it's very overwhelming. For 1 minute you've thought or believed something for such a long time, or you felt something for such a long time, and then you step out of that. That is really stepping out of your comfort zone and actually thinking, well, everything that I have ever wanted is possible. It is possible, and it's just, it does take a while to actually take that on board and really sink in. So that's really deep, isn't it? And then we've got Treasure Island. So they are, the wisdom and the guidance. This is treasure that they're receiving, like treasure today. Really intense, amazing guidance and wisdom today. What they're needing to help them in this situation with you, the person that's watching. And we've had Treasure Island come out recently as well. What energy? Because they know that you are their treasure as well. They know that you're their treasure, and they're heading for you. But it's about getting to the treasure. And as we know, it's not about the divine masculine, it's how you're feeling as well. Whatever's going on with you. Because you're one soul. This is about having a relationship with yourself. So when you are healing, when you have shifts, and you make movement forwards, this is what divine masculines experience as well. And then they do know you're their treasure, and today they are receiving like gold information and wisdom to help them to be able to come towards you. Really important information, how to deal with this situation, because they are wanting to come towards you. We know that. They are wanting to express themselves. They want to be with you. They want this new beginning. And they actually want to experience that now in the 3D. They are, they have actually started this new beginning the same as you. You might have felt quite intense emotions recently where you feel, your life has changed so much and you are in this new beginning. And you're both wanting to bring this into 3D now. And this is why this is treasure. This information and this wisdom that divine masculines are receiving is treasure today, to help them, to actually help them to do this. So they're observing and really paying attention today of everything that they are feeling, doing, receiving. They're aware of the universe, the God. They're aware of angels. They're aware of the guidance now. So they are, this information could be powerful and life-changing, because it's treasure. It's the treasure. This is what the divine masculines, they've wanted this treasure. They've wanted this, how they're going to come towards you. They've wanted this wisdom and guidance of how they're going to do it. They know, you know, their heart's open. They've got the feeling that they you know, they're accepting this love. They're wanting to love you, but there's something that's been feeling stuck within them, and that isn't to do with the divine masculines. I know that's going to really piss you off, persons watching, but it isn't. It's because there's something within you still. But the divine masculines are questioning this, you know, thinking, you know, I've got all this, I'm ready to go. What is it that's making me stuck? Because they have found that inner strength and their courage as well. But today they're going to receive treasure. So this could be where they hit, you know, today they could be receiving that signal, that sign, because you've had that shift within you. So God is going to put in place to present the divine masculines with something that's going to give them this guidance and this signal for them to be able to express this love to you. That's what my intuition is telling me. And I always go by my intuition. This journey is about trusting yourself and your knowing. So divine feminines, you know, you have really been put into having to really put into practice this week about your trust, you know, totally trusting God, totally trusting the universe. And when you're doing that, it means you're totally trusting your divine masculine. And maybe you have had that shift and you are really putting that into practice, and God, the universe, feels that this is ready to give this information now, or present something to the divine masculines that is to give them the okay and clear to actually be able to express this to you. This is the treasure. So they're receiving treasure today, wisdom and guidance, because they know that you're the treasure and they're wanting to come towards you. It's just something that's where you could be experiencing where they're silent or they're hiding, or you haven't got a clue what's going on. It's all for a reason, guys. It's always for a reason. It's not because divine masculines are running. It's not because they're not committed. It's not because of anything that your ego is telling you. It's nothing. It's just because they're waiting for the sign to be able to come towards you, because you're really being put into, you know, you've been triggered maybe or tested so much to see if you really are 100% trusting. And whatever situation you're experiencing, you know, are you going to convert or see things through the eyes of love, or are you going to see it through the eyes of fear? Are you trusting that you're going to come back with your divine masculine? This is what you could be experiencing this week. You could be experiencing lots of different emotions this week. Not necessarily with your divine masculine either. It could be other areas of your life. But even, as I said, when we're not seeing what we're wanting, when we're experiencing something where we don't understand, or it's uncomfortable, it's always a reason behind it. If there's a delay, it's protection. God is protecting you because something's not quite right yet. There's always a reason, and it's all for your higher good. It's always the higher purpose for you. You've always been protected and you're always safe. So divine masculines today could be having that shift, and they're feeling this energy today of they're getting, you know, they're receiving this wisdom and guidance because there's something that's happened within you, because that's how it works, because you're the positive polarity. You're not separate from your divine masculine, you're one soul. So when you've dealt with things within you, when you're trusting in God, the universe, 100%, and you're practicing that in your everyday life, and you put God first in your life, and you're not putting this physical person first in your life, that's when you are radiating to the universe, to God, that you're trusting. And you may be doing this right now. You might be, you know, you might feel this within you as well. You just feel that total trust. And that is when the divine masculine is going to get the sign. And to me, that is what this is all about, is this, they are receiving the treasure today. this, what they've wanted to know, you know, that the sign, the signal when they can do this, when they can come towards you and communicate how they're really feeling, express their love, show their authentic self. So they're alert. They're getting the wisdom to be alert. They're getting guided to be alert, to observe everything that's going on around them, how they're feeling, focusing, managing. And God is giving them wisdom and guidance about this treasure that they've been wanting, which is the answer of how they're going to come towards you. How deep is that, guys? Because you are their treasure. We know that they think that about you, and they're wanting to do it. And look, as you can see, the treasure here, and you've got hearts and stars and everything's just exploding, because the divine masculines are exploding. They really want to do this now. And it's not about them. It's not them holding this situation up. This is what you have to get your head around. And I know that's really frustrating and really deep and hard to understand, but it isn't, because your divine masculine isn't separate from you. They're your one soul. So whatever's going on with you, it's affecting the divine masculines. And if there is silence, if there is something holding them up, it's because there's something still that has to be, where you're having to show and practice that you trust God 100%. You trust this journey. And when you can show that, that is showing 100% trust for your divine masculine, because you're trusting yourself, you're trusting your intuition, you're trusting the knowing that you have, that what you've always known in this journey since you met your divine masculine. Can you believe it, guys? I don't think there's any need for me to actually read the guidebook, because I've got this. And the page is, the page is 32, which is 5, which is movement and change. The law of the essential meaning of this card is the law of attractions bringing dreams into fruition. The results of positive thinking may manifest. Abundance appearing as if from nowhere. Financial gains and sharing of good fortune. Yeah. They're going to receive this wisdom, which is treasure to them today, that's going to help them in this situation with you, and maybe other areas in their life as well. That's going to help them feel like, yes, God will present something. It'll be wham, bam, and then they'll be able to do it. Because you, the person that's watching, the divine feminines, are showing 100% trust. Can you believe it? I'm not going to say any more because there's nothing more to say. Okay, so we come to the last card here, Fork in the Road, and it's number 13, which is 1 and 3, which is foundation. And divine masculines, this card is about decisions, making decisions, but because we've got this here, we've got the treasure, they're going to receive this wisdom, this treasure that they're wanting to how to deal with this situation and maybe other things in their life. This is going to help them make this decision to take action. And, you know, Fork in the Road is about there's lots of different routes you can go down, but the wisdom, this treasure that they're going to receive today is about them making the decision of, we know that divine masculines have had vision, they know what they're wanting to come towards you, they're just waiting for that sign anyway from you, the person, meaning that shift within you, not for you to do anything in the physical dimension. I mean that shift within you internally, when you're radiating, when you're in the energy of when you're 100% in trust, when you're 100% trust in God. So this is about them making decisions, like I said. So this treasure is the wisdom they're going to receive, is the treasure, and it's going to show them and guide them to help this decision, you know, to make this decision. It's going to be clear, this decision. It's not going to be a crossroads anymore. Is it going to be left? Is it going to be right? It's only one way for this. There is going to be no confusion, no conflict, because as we know, they're observing themselves. They're observing, they're managing, they're aware that the fact that the ego can kick off sometimes and feed them a load of nonsense. So the fork in the road is decision making, and this treasure that they're going to be receiving, the wisdom and guidance that they've been longing for to deal with this situation, is going to, the decision is like solid. They're going to be clear that they're not going left or right. They're not going into old ways. They're not going, you know, they know exactly what they're doing. And they're going to be getting that guidance and wisdom. This is the treasure they're going to be receiving. So let's see what it says in the relationship message for this. You've reached a moment of truth in the evolution of your relationship. There you go. Which will you choose? To open the possibility of love, or to remain isolated, to go deeper and commit to the mutual passion, or to walk away? This is the time to take responsibility for your truest desire and follow it. Be honest with yourself about what you're willing to do, invest and give. Then choose. You cannot make a wrong choice. If you've moved forward with a relationship, know that it will be based in truth and authenticity. You will have made a conscious decision rather than simply hanging on because you don't want to be alone, or ending things because you're afraid of all the intensity of genuine connection. All roads lead to lessons you must learn in your relationships, regardless of the decisions you make. It will place you on the path to true experiences of your heart. How amazing is that, guys? This gold that they're going to receive, this treasure they're going to receive today, is going to give them, the decision is going to be so clear to them today, so clear to them. They're going to feel it, own it. They're not thinking about going left or right and going the long way round. They want to go straight to it. And for some time, the divine masculines, and, you know, not necessarily, I always say about the divine masculines, but it's not, it's you. You might have gone round the long way, or had some confusion and conflict going on, and running as well, where you've gone round the long way on this situation. But as we always say, there is no wrong or right. Whatever path you do go down, you're always being brought back together. But if you are going back into old ways, God, the universe, will put things in place to shift you out of that, to shift you out of the old. Things will happen to make you realise to do something about changing things, so you can grow, so you can ascend, so you can do this journey. You won't stay on the, if it, you know, if you're not wanting to come out of your comfort zone and you've been frightened to move forwards because change is too scary, and you're thinking, oh my goodness, this is all too much. God will always put things in place to make them very uncomfortable until you do come out of your comfort zone and move forwards and grow. And when you actually do that, you know that you're, through having that experience, you do grow and you find your inner strength, and you think, actually, I didn't realise I had that so much strength within me, and you just feel this protection from God, the universe, and you feel so supported. And the way you used to look at it, that it was so, you think you would be so, you'd be so afraid about making this change, and when you actually step in to fear, what we see as fear, it all changes. You actually realise, well, actually it is just an illusion. You can still feel uncomfortable, of course, but you do have that strength to deal with every situation. So the divine masculine, observing everything, every area, inside and out of them, receiving signs and synchronicities. They're alert. And because of this, they're observing, and because they're alert and the awareness and the consciousness they are at the moment, they're going to receive this treasure that they've been waiting for, that they have. You know, I always say to you, you know, it's the divine masculines that are waiting. It seems like you're waiting because you're thinking, well, it's me that's waiting. What are they doing? Why aren't they doing anything? It's because the divine masculine is actually waiting for this treasure, for this sign, for this signal for them to be able to do something. Something has to be presented to them, which is the wisdom, the guidance, for them to go, for it to click and go, oh, yes, this is how I'm going to do this. But it has to start with you when you're showing trust 100% in yourself, God. And then when you're trusting in God and the universe, you're trusting your divine masculine. And sometimes it could be really difficult for you to actually really, if you're thinking about the physical person, that might be really difficult for you because you're finding it hard to manage about what happened before, to let go of that. So when you thinking about trust, and maybe if there's something comes up that triggers you about your divine masculine, just think about the universe, think about the protection, think about God. Put your trust in God instead. If it's too hard for you to do it for your divine masculine, when you show trust in God, in God, you're believing in your divine masculine anyway. Because your divine masculine is a gift from God to wake you up to God's love, to wake you up to loving yourself, the greatest love of all. And the physical person drives you because you love them so, so much, that more than you've ever loved anything in your life. This love is so powerful and so magical and just unexplainable. That drives you to wake up and make changes that need to be changed within yourself and circumstances. So how amazing is that? They're making decision. They've made this decision. We know that they have made a decision and this vision. They're not getting sidetracked anymore or thinking about going this route or going that way. They know where they're heading. And it's about decisions forking the road. And they're going to receive the treasure. And something's just going to click into place, and the decision that they've made some time ago is going to come to fruition. So I hope you understand what I'm saying, because forking the road can mean, you know, you come to a crossroads, you're not sure which way to go, and there is never a wrong path. It always leads back home. But this is, we know the divine masculines know where they're headed. They have done for some time, and even if you can't see it, and this is a direct decision of knowing exactly what they're doing, because they're getting this treasure of how to do it, this gold that they've been waiting for, because they know you're the treasure as well. And this come out recently. So now I'm going to get the communication. So I hope I've done that really well for you and you understand me, because my readings are very deep and I do get very carried away, and I hope I've got the message across about what wisdom and guidance the divine masculines are receiving, and that's big time powerful, isn't it? They're observing, they're receiving gold treasure, wisdom of how to deal with this situation and life in general, how to manage their life. And the decision is going to be coming to, the decision that they've made is coming. It's going to be, they're going to be doing something with this decision that they've made. So let's get this communication done for you guys. What is the communication today from the Divine Masculines to the Divine Feminines? Nice clear message, please. What would they like to say to the Divine Feminines today? What is the message from the Divine Masculines? See. I was silly to let you go. So that's what they would say to you today. That they were silly to let you go. So just put that into your situation, how it resonates to you. But they feel silly that they've let you go. And they're going to put, this is all going to change, guys. This is all going to change. They never let you go anyway. Our love is eternal. Can you believe that? That was yesterday. That was the second card yesterday. And it's the weekly reading as well. Eternal love. Our love is eternal. Yeah. I want to hold you in my arms. Yeah, they want to hold you in their arms. They want to express this love now. And this is why it's going to be amazing to get this wisdom. This information, this guidance that they've been wanting to help them in this situation. And you're doing that for your Divine Masculine. Whatever you're doing for yourself, you're doing for your twin. So when you're trusting in God, when you're trusting yourself, when you're trusting your Divine Masculine, you're helping your Divine Masculine. Whatever you do for yourself, you're doing for your twin. When you stop thinking about the physical person and longing for them and like, oh my goodness, why haven't they done this and why are they behaving like this? That's when it goes wrong. When you're actually secure and you're thinking, well, it doesn't matter what my Divine Masculine's doing because he's coming back to me because we're one soul, we belong together. I trust him, he's my Divine Masculine. I trust God. I'm going to concentrate on my life. And when you're concentrating on your life, you're everything to do with yourself is helping your Divine Masculine. That's what this journey is about. You don't need to worry about your Divine Masculine. You need to worry about what's going on internally with you and getting your energy balanced, stable, to find that inner peace within you. And we all have that within us. So let's see what my energy pots say. So you could be in a situation where your Divine Masculine has come across, where he's let you go, as if he's not bothering with you because of a situation that you're both in at the time. And their feelings, they want you to know that they understand this journey now. They didn't want to let you go. And they've never let you go anyway. Physically, maybe, but they never let you go. This is eternal love. You might not be with a physical person, and that's what your Divine Masculine is saying. Ready? How can you make? I'm saying, can you make this stuff up? You cannot make this stuff up. They're ready. They're going to get that signal. They're feeling, because you're ready, because you're practicing this trust. They're ready, guys. They're ready to do this. They want to hold you in their arms. They want to put all this nonsense behind them now. They want this new life. They want to share this new... They've started a new beginning, like I've said, and you've started your new beginning. This adventure started because you're probably having lots of changes in your life. Divine Masculines are changing the way they're viewing life, themselves. That's the new beginning already, but it's about coming together and experiencing this new beginning in the 3D, in the physical dimension now. Forgive me, yeah. So that's, how amazing is that? I was silly to let you go, so they want you to forgive them for things that have happened in the past. So if there is something still that's within you that triggers you about how your Divine Masculine treated you in the past, how they behaved in the past, forgive them for it. And realise whatever you experienced, however it made you feel, you was meant to experience it. It was for your highest good. Your Divine Masculine didn't just sit there or wake up one morning and say, I'm going to do this to really, really hurt my Divine Feminine. They react and deal with the situation how they knew at the time and what they were guided to do at the time, to activate the healing within you, to activate you, to wake you up, to make these changes within you. They're not aware. They wasn't aware that they were being guided and things to do this, but that is how it works. That's what your twin flame is, your one soul. It isn't somebody separate from you. It isn't a soulmate connection or relationship. You're one. And your Divine Masculine loves you more than anybody will ever love you, because they're teaching you the greatest love of all is loving yourself. What a beautiful gift that is. How amazing. So forgive your Divine Masculine. Put it in the past. Understand. And think about how much you've grown as a person. Your Divine Masculine's grown as a person as well, since the situations that you've experienced in the past. And it's about being in the present moment. There's no point looking at the past. You have to be in the now, the power of now. Let's see what the communication is from my pots. I want to lay under the stars with you. Yeah, they want to hold you in their arms and they want to lay under the stars with you. That's very romantic, isn't it? And that's just being close, and it's just a beautiful moment to have with each other, and they want to experience that with you. They want to lay under the stars with you. What else have they communicated with you? Again, this has come out yesterday as well. I have so much love I want to express to you. Yeah, they have so much love they want to express to you, and that's really hard sometimes for the Divine Feminines to take on board. I know. I find that very hard, especially when you're not seeing anything in the 3D. That is hard. But then when you feel that, feel it, and actually then turn it and go, actually no, I trust in God. I trust in the universe. And always know that, connect with yourself. You have this love and so much love that you want to express to your Divine Masculine, and they feel exactly the same because you're one soul. But it's so deep, isn't it, guys, to accept sometimes that they do want to express this love. And because we have those silly doubts and fears, and that's what holds things up, but we've actually just got to completely put into practice and, you know, and show that we 100% trust with everything in our life, that we're always looked after, we're always protected, even if we're having bad times. Just to feel that warmth and protection and safety from God, the universe, and knowing that everything's always working out for you. But they have this so much love they want to express to you, and they're going to be able to get this wisdom today, this treasure that they've been wanting to know how to express this to you, because they're ready. They're getting that signal. They're ready because of what's happening within you. So you could be feeling this inner peace. You've got yourself in a place, and that's just amazing. You should be celebrating. Don't keep waiting about. Get on with your life, enjoy your life, celebrate this love that you have for your Divine Masculine, celebrate this love that you found within yourself, about yourself, celebrate this love that you found, you know, God's love, celebrate life, know that everything's, you know, everything in your life is just magical, so just celebrate it, enjoy this journey, but everything is happening so beautifully at the moment. It's unreal. Well, it is real, I know, but you know what I mean. How amazing, guys. What should I get for you? Maybe I'll get one for you as well. What wisdom that you need to know today? Let's see. What is the message today for the person that's watching the Divine Feminines? What is the message today? What is the wisdom that they need to know? What is the wisdom and the guidance that they need to know to help them 100% trust, believe, to let go of control, to let go of any doubt and fear or worry about this situation with the Divine Masculines, to feel protected. That just flew out, so I'm going to go with that. And it's happy, happy, and it's got rainbows, and it's 2 and 6, which is 8, which is infinity. Happy, happy. Stay in the energy of happy, happy, like I just said before that came out. Celebrate life. Be happy. There's nothing to be sad about. There is nothing to be sad about. Everything's how it should be right now for you. Perfect how it is for you right now, because everything is in your favour. Everything's how it should be right now, to make everything even, you know, you might feel like, oh my goodness, I want my Divine Masculine to come. When am I going to see the physical person? But just smile to yourself, be happy, and go, do you know what? It's because there's a reason, and it's going to make it even better for me, this delay, because it's protecting me in some way, or it's because something even better's coming, you know, with the situation with your Divine Masculine. Not nothing better, there's nothing better than your Divine Masculine, is there? But you know what I mean. Things are always working out for you, whatever, so just be happy. Don't waste any more time worrying and listening to what your ego's been feeding you for such a long time. Don't let them to take the power over. So, how amazing is that? How amazing, guys. What a beautiful reading. Be happy. You should be celebrating this. Right, okay guys, thank you for joining me today. Like I said, if you would like a clearer message for your personal, unique twin flame journey, just email me, it's in the description box down below. I also have Instagram and TikTok as well, guys. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe, like and share my videos, because it really helps my channel grow. And keep doing what you're doing, guys. You are absolutely amazing. You've got this. It's happening. I cannot believe these readings at the moment. They're just so overwhelming and so deep. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep believing and trusting. You've got nothing to worry about. Keep being happy, celebrating this love. Celebrate your life and this new beginning that you've been given, this opportunity. So thank you so much, like I said, for joining me. I do think about you guys all the time, and I'm sending my love, my support, my strength and love to you all. So keep doing what you're doing, guys. Keep trusting. I love you. See ya.
Oh.